Yeah. My thing is these dudes like this guy Juan Perez. I'm pretty sure they offered him a deal. Probably
No, they don't offer you deals all the time. No, that's not every case. It's a lot of dudes that got forced to trial. Nigga be looking for a deal. Y'all ain't trying to give me nothing. No, we know we got you cooked.
You taking 70? You ain't taking 70.
70 what?
70 years.
I'm never taking 70 years.
So you might as well fight it.
You gonna go? Yeah, you got to fight it.
Give me that will. I'm dead anyway.
The 70 is a will.
That's what I'm saying. I'm done.
Especially 70 is a will at 20. So imagine it at 45, 50. Boy, yeah, you got to run with me. I'm just not taking a 70 ball Jamal.
No.
No, taking it like, yeah, right here, come on. No.
But you know, let's go back to the jury, right? The jury is there, and that a jury trial. I guess it's like they're trying to win the jury over because the jury.
Yeah, the DA and the DA and
the jury really don't know the law. That they gotta. We gotta with the jury. I gotta find you guilty without a reasonable doubt.
Mm-hmm.
I can't have any doubt in my mind that you didn't do it to convict you.
Yeah.
So it's whereas the judge is looking at it from a different angle.
The judge know the laws.
Yeah.
He knows certain things that you can use, and that's why you got a lot of people that want to go head up with the judge instead of a jury, because the jury don't know the laws.
Mm-hmm.
They don't know what you're gonna get. Like the judge know guidelines of a certain case that, like, say if you going to you fighting a weed case, you got caught with tons of weed on a trailer. All right, the jury don't know how much the tons can get you if found guilty. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But now what your lawyer do and what the DA do is painting a picture to the jury that you possessed and you did have this and selling it as charged.
And
but they don't know what
you're a bad person.
But they don't. That's why we had a jury on a trial that got up there and she said, my dad got 17 years in federal custody. She said he was, what I just was mentioned, was transporting pounds of weed across state lines, which he was. They caught him. Mm-hmm. She is like, but you know, the jury, they painted him to be this bad person, but the jury didn't know what the weed held, and they didn't. So they found him guilty. She's like, a lot of times, if we knew what y'all was sentencing them to, like say I got caught with a half a brick of crack, and if I lose that, that's 40 years in prison. The jury's saying, like, if we knew it was gonna get them 40 years, we'll probably be lenient, like, cause they think, damn, you just sit for 40 years for some crack or some weed. Now, like that might change your opinion about how you sentence a motherfucker, or how you not sentence, but how you judge a motherfucker in a case.
Are they changing the weed laws now? Like they did.
They saying it's legal. They saying it's legal now.
I'm saying, but like, because dudes got a lot of time for weed.
Yeah, they're gonna go back and make it retroactive. Yes, they're gonna go back for the weed laws now. They're gonna go back and make. So now what they're gonna do is how the process work with that, like with the crack law that they just did. How I came off of when Trump passed the crack law. About 2 to 3 years after him making it into law with the 18-to-1 ratio, it became retroactive. Retroactive means that it affects everybody that been sentenced on this crack law prior that didn't get the benefit of the people that's going to get the benefit of the case coming forward with new cases of crack. You understand? You following me?
Yeah.
So boom, they're going to have about a 2-3 year, hiatus, wait. You know what I mean? So they're going to have a wait. So once they make it retroactive, the floodgates is going to open up. It's going to be public defenders contacting dudes. Like a public defender contacted me and was like, yeah, law, but I'm watching it on the news. I ain't had to do nothing. A public defender contacted me, told me your case fit the criteria. We think that we can get you back in court. And I'm like, I pleaded. At the time, I got some mail. I'll never forget it. Story time real quick. I got kicked out of where I was at that I got kicked out. I want to make sure I'm right, y'all. I was at Fort Dix. I got kicked out of Fort Dix. I was on my way back to Gilmer, West Virginia. Well, not back, but to Gilmer, West Virginia. I got some legal mail that day. I'm in a hole. So when you travel from Fort Dix in the hole and you go to FDC Philly, they put you back in the hole. Like, even though you might have did whole time in Fort Dix.
Huh.
And you might have did whole time at your current jail. If you get transferred from Fort Dix from the hole to your next institution, at your stops, like your little designation stops before you get to your actual jail, you will be placed in the hole at that jail until a bus come get you to bring you to the jail. So I go to the hole in I'm leaving Fort Dix. I go to FDC Philly in transit on my way going down to West Virginia. But you know, I gotta be at a hold over here for 3 days. I gotta be at a hold over here for 2 days. It might take me a week or two to get to my actual destination. Now, I'm kicked out of Fort Dix for getting caught with a cell phone. Remember I told y'all about the calculator phone you try to make it look like I told on everybody because I got caught with it. Crazy you. Now I'm kicked out for getting caught with this phone. I'm at FDC, but they send me to the hole. So I gotta wait in the hole until a bus come, you know, with my name on the list to take me to the next destination to get to my jail. So while I'm in the hole, now mind you, 2 weeks before I go to the hole, I see on the news everybody talking about Trump passed the crack law, 18-1 ratio. Oh my God, they're going. No, this was a couple years later. Excuse me, I'm lying. This was this was probably like 2 years after Trump passed the crack law. So, you know, dudes was all hyped when he passed it. Everybody like, you know what that means? It's going to affect us. They're going to make a retroactive. You know, everybody getting hyped because a lot of dudes in the penitentiary is incarcerated for crack cocaine. So, you know, like I said, you got to wait about a couple years for it to go retroactive. And retroactive means to affect everybody that it affect prior before the ruling of the case today. Okay, boom. So me and my cellie, you know, in jail, man, you get bored, man. Like when you in the hole, man, it's like a lot of combat shit, man. You be like on gladiator time, man. And you know, it ain't nothing to do, especially when you in the hole. So me and my cellie, we in there free wrecking. When I mean free wrecking, we in there body boxing. We in here, boom, 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 boom. We going. Young boys, we got no shirt on. We in here wrecking. I'm talking about for like 40 minutes. Yeah, that shit ain't hurt. You do this. Yeah, that ain't hurt. So I ain't gonna lie. He got me there, like, when we wrestling, we going at it, boom. He put me like in a yoke, and I was damn near out, and the guard opened my slot. Jackson, I'm damn near tapping the bed, one of the bunk beds, like, nigga, get off my neck. Well, I mean, not on duty. So, boom, I get off the joint, whatever. I go see the legal mail. He's like, yeah, you got to sign this and this and that. When you get legal mail in the jail, you got to sign like a little thing to make sure, because, you know, niggas like, yeah, they playing with my mail. The police threw my mail away. So they protect themselves by, once like legal mail came for you today in jail, I would give you the legal mail and I have you sign a login book. Have your name, your number, what time did I give you this mail, so you can never say that you didn't get this mail. They only do that for legal mail. So I'm signing off on the legal mail, so I'm reading it. I open it up like, yeah, Mr. Jackson, you fit the criteria of the case, this and that. We'd like to represent you. If you want to move forward, we've sent you an envelope, stamping, and address you can send this back to and tell us that you want to do it. So I'm like, man, I'm ready to throw the joint in the corner. Like, this is my cellular, the one I'm just in there body boxing with one of the homies. He like, man, what you got to lose? Man, just go ahead and fill it out and tell him you want to do it. I fill the joint out, boom, give it to the guard. He take it back. They send it back. You know how the joint mail leave once a day, whatever. They send it back to the lawyer office. Now, mind you, I'm in transit going to West Virginia. I get to where I go to after that. I think I go to the airport. We go to Oklahoma. Boom. I'm sitting in Oklahoma probably for like a week. They wake us up, put us back on the planes in Oklahoma. Boom, fly us to an airport in West Virginia. Buses all up there.
A bus. Okay, good.
Look, there you go. You waking up out of nod over here talking about some nod on duty.
Man,
this man is crazy. So they bus us up, boom, take us on a bus ride to West Virginia, which is Gilmore, the jail I go to. So I'm down there for about 2 months after I do the paperwork and fill it out. Down there, I'm chilling, I'm getting to know the yard. You know how it is when you first go to a jail. You want to get to know a yard and get to see who the homies is on the yard and stuff like that. So I got about 2 to 3 months in. I get some legal mail. It ain't the envelope either. It ain't like the little envelope, like, you know, it's like a letter or something like that. No, it's like a little packet. So I knew it was some big time. So I see the little law firm, the PD law firm and all this and that. Open it up. It's a motion that they filed on my behalf. Talking about how I fit the crack law criteria all the time I've been in. And then they would start bringing up like, yeah, I did have because, you know, the judge get the rule or not whether if they want to give you, if they want to take time off on you, if they want to resentence you, because the judge don't have to resentence you, but they kind of go off of your conduct, how you was in prison. So they be looking like, well, he was in there 17 years. What he did for the whole 17? Did he not have a GD when he came in? Did he acquire that? Has he been getting write-ups for fighting? Was he getting high in there? So the judge will look at all that and take that into consideration as to if they want to resentence you or not.
Yeah.
And then, you know, I had a bunch of write-ups. a bunch of write-ups for drinking, fighting, you know, all types of stuff, stealing. I'm in that joint. I'm a wild buffoon. Yeah, out the kitchen.
Okay.
I still good. Raw meat coming out at an alarming rate. I'm bringing chicken out, eggs. I'm wrapping them joints up and cheeking them. I'm coming right out with it. I come out with 10 burgers, all that.
So you cheek it, not a bull egg, but just an egg in a shell.
Yeah. I put it in a sock inside. We get these. They're called.
So this egg not boiled. This is so you gentle when you.
Yes, I'm very gentle with it.
No, on duty.
Very gentle with it.
So you can cheek a regular cold egg that ain't even boiled.
Yes, like 8 of them in the sock. Yes, and I roll them up. I tighten them up real good, and then you got to be careful. Duty. First, I wrap them in saran wrap real good so they can stay firm. Like you don't want them just moving all around. Then that's when I start putting like little socks on them and stuff like that. Boom, I had like 8. I'll take like 2 socks of 8. Yeah, then I'll take the diabetics get these socks. You ever see these socks that the diabetics get? They like these tan tight socks. You ever seen that? And like you go to dudes who diabetic in the jail get these socks because you can still good with them. New joints come all the way up here, but they so tight that ain't nothing coming out. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? I'm in there doing me, you know what I'm saying? So like I said, I got a bunch of write-ups, man, a bunch of write-ups. So, my PD like was attacking it before the DA could attack it, like in her emotion, like, yeah, Your Honor, his first 10 years, he was very disgruntled, mad at the world, but you see he acquired his GED. Because, I got trades in there. I got certified by the Department of Labor. I took some computer classes and stuff like that, even though they was way outdated, but I have done a lot of things in there. I got a lot of things done. So that played out to the good of me too. You know what I'm saying? For the judge resentencing me and giving me that time off to come home. Because right now, I wouldn't have been home right now. I still had time to do. You know what I'm saying? So, that was but that's how they gonna do the weed. I got off subject for a little bit, y'all. My fault. I just wanted to give y'all a graphic scene of it instead of just talking. But this is how they gonna do the marijuana. Being as though that they made it now, like, I don't know if it's legal in Pennsylvania though. Is it?
Yeah, it is.
Are you sure? I don't want to be up here dying for weeks shooting from the air.
You see all these little weed spots like all over the place. It got to be legal.
Oh, well, they all
the dispensaries.
But is it legal? Well,
yeah, it's legal.
So if I got a pound of weed on me right now, will I go to jail?
If you got a legal pound, an illegal pound, you don't have a grower's license. No, dude, you can't grow weed. Yeah, you going to jail, bro. You can't walk around with a pound of weed on you. But all these dispensaries around, you gotta have a car. They say that the weed in the dispensaries is weak, though. I heard the young boys talking about the other day. They don't buy the weed from the dispensaries. They don't like it because it's weak. And I don't do it. It's like the marijuana is not strong. We got a kick to it. But I don't know.
But yeah, that's how they gonna do it. That's how they gonna come back for the guys that's in the penitentiaries already with a whole bunch of weed cases. Their time should be coming real soon if it didn't start applying and affecting them dudes now. But they're going to open the doors for a lot of guys that's in there for marijuana cases.
But I think that do the feds really pick up a lot of weed cases? It got to be a lot of weed.
It got to be tons of it, man. It got to be tons. They ain't playing with you if you got 50 pounds. Or they want that trailer like I told you about. Her father got locked up for that 18-wheeler, for the front to back. That's what you call nuts to butts, just like that. Yep.
Wow. But people was yeah, I mean, these cases, it's gonna be a lot of dudes, but dudes come home fast off of that. So it's like, I don't know. It's a benefit in that because they making money off of it. Now, the main reason why they legalize the weed is because what?
Because they make money off it. They tax it.
Yeah.
They tax it.
Like they did liquor. Yeah. And why they ain't legalize crack? It's been bad up this joint.
Oh yeah, this has been walking to the zombie or heroin. Ooh, it looked like they legalized the damn Kensington though. It looked like the cops are sitting around, people laid out in the corners and getting high still, and they just sitting. That's probably the cops that got to work Kensington. And no disrespect to the police officers, but I'm just telling you how it looks. I can tell you my truth. I'm not being disrespectful. When I ride through there, I'm seeing people walking and stumbling out in the middle of the street, and the cops is just sitting on the corner having a donut, just chilling for the whole 8, and they skating. I don't know what type of patrolling or helping the hood out is that, but maybe you breaking up fights or something, because they do get to fighting down there and stuff like that with that heroin.
They legalize crack
or heroin. Let's talk about heroin.
It just does too much to the body, man.
What, the heroin? You can't legalize the crack. What you think do more, crack or heroin? You crazy. That heroin
Heroin is worse.
Yeah, way worse. They walking around with holes in their arms. Remember Gunner, the homie Gunner?
Mm-hmm.
Man, his joint used to be crazy. I'm talking about T-Bob boyfriend.
Exactly.
Oh my God. Like, I'm like, go to the hospital. It'd be eating whatever the infections is. Oh my God, I
He
can't.
used to have it wrapped all the time.
Oh, and that's make it even more sloppy and nasty.
I saw something one time.
It like
I
worms
almost passed out.
on him
No, it was another guy
in real life.
down the way.
And you seen it in real life?
Yeah, I was on the avenue, man. He like, yo, man, I gotta go. He's like, he can't. Yo, I gotta go to the hospital, man. Let me get some car for get to the hospital. He said, look, man. He showed me that it had maggots moving on the joint.
No, it didn't, bro.
Bro, I had maggots moving on, like little maggots, man. I almost, and the smell.
Bro, that just made my stomach hurt, bro.
Yo, man, it smelled like garbage truck. He like, I gotta go to the hospital, man. This joint, listen, his arm, it had like this big lump and like a cut in it, and it was like hit it like wrapped. And then I looked at it, he like, look, man, I ain't want to look, but he caught me like on a turn around, like nice standing in your doorway, you turn around and like in the car door, and it's like right there. I look, I can see like the maggots. He's like, man, let me get some money to go. I'm like, yo, bro, that joint was crazy. I almost threw up. And the smell, I smelled it like, it was like, it just smelled like, like trash fuck juice.
Oh my God, boy. I don't even want to even think about that. That's just pure, just not maintaining your hygiene. Just running around getting high.
You got a serious addiction, man.
Yeah, I know, but the addiction overtook everything. It overruled all logic in your mind.
So you can't,
for you to get an infection like that, that's from hygiene.
Listen, that addiction to dope is stronger than anything.
Yeah, you'll come out and if you like girls, you'll suck a chumpy just to get some money.
Yo,
it'll mess with your mind.
Yo.
You will sell a baby. You will go out there with a 1-month-old baby, and we've seen it be done. This drug completely takes over your will to do anything right.
Yeah, they can't.
Anything. When you got a person to come out there and suck a chumpy, right, wrong, weak or strong, lost all disrespect for themselves. You know what I'm saying? Whether you be male or female, you lost respect for yourself, first and foremost. Now, secondly, you don't care about your hygiene. You go days and months without so much of it, a splash of water in your face. Then that goes with your health. That's how you having these abscesses and these nasty sores, and we gotta tighten up. It's a lot of things, man. About that it's crazy, man. It's bad, man.
Yo, it's like, damn. So if a person does that, like a person in an addiction who's just doing something to satisfy his addiction, is he considered a homosexual doing something like that?
What happened there?
A person who just trying to satisfy his addiction, is he considered to be a homosexual if he does?
Absolutely, he's a homosexual. There is nothing he won't do in this world to obtain the feeling of the drug that he's chasing. He is a homosexual. And I don't have no qualms with homosexuals or anything of that nature, but a person that just, how can you call yourself like, that's me, I'm a boy, and I say, I need this little money, man. I ain't never sucking no chumpy about this little money fee. And I want this money. It's crunchy for me right now.
Don't do that.
But I ain't thinking about, can't nobody come in my face and say, yo, I got a couple $100,000 for you to suck it. But you got people that do that. So then you're along the lines of homosexual in my eyes.
Yeah, I mean that's like this Hollywood stigma they got with this. They said these certain rooms people go into, and it's like people sometimes I want to change the subject too much, but people do anything for fame.
Yeah.
And money and status.
Yeah.
And a lot of people you probably see on TV, these stars on TV, probably just messed up in the head.
You definitely messed up in the head. But it's all about
did it for some fame and status. You know what I mean? It's just bad.
I wonder if it's an even trade-off because shoot, they got fame and status now. Like they big houses, because it's privacy. And I'm not saying I would do it, but boy, you trade off a little head just to go over there in that bed. Man. I ain't saying I'd do it, but I'd be like, damn, man, that's crazy as hell, man. I just can't do it.
Some people do it though, man.
A lot of people do it.
Yeah.
I'm talking about some people do it.
Yeah, they do it, man, for that fame. And it's like, yeah. Now, just to